Okay, so today we get a chemo port, and when they said you have to get a chemo port, I was like, what's that? And, there's information about what it is, but I didn't see a lot about the whole process and all that. So I wanted to make a video to take you through it. I haven't gone through it yet, so I don't actually know. But a chemo port is basically, they're going to, as opposed to giving me an IV every time they give me chemo. As you can see, my arms are already, shriveled up and weak and terrible. And by the time I get, if I'm in the hospital for any amount of time, or if, I have to have blood work and all that stuff, by the time they're doing that, they're looking, I still have a bruise right there. They're looking for veins kind of everywhere, my hands and the whole thing. And chemo, as it turns out, in my particular case, is a 5-hour treatment every time. So, they put a chemo port in partly to make it easier to just plug and play, like make you like a Tesla charger. They can just put it right in there. Apparently they can also do blood draws and stuff from there, so that's fantastic. The other thing is, I read somewhere, and again, not a lot of information that's accessible, that it gets the chemo to veins that more actively go to where you want it to go. I don't know if that's true, but that's what it said. So I'll give you, in just a second, I'll give you the before with a tip. But it's going to go right here. And so there's nothing there now. There's nothing there now, but, this afternoon there will be a thing there. Apparently, General Anesthesia, which sucks because I'm very dehydrated all the time. I have to drink, 120 ounces of water a day, or liquid of some kind a day, just to kind of maintain my hydration. But I haven't been able to eat or drink anything since midnight last night, so that sucks. So I'm going to give this a suck meter of 5 at the moment. The suck meter being something I just invented. But we're going to take it. I'm going to give you a tip now. I'm going to show you where it's going to go. Fair warning, I'm going to be shirtless. And then we're going to take you to the procedure. I'm going to try to show you pre-procedure. I'm going to try to show you as I wake up from anesthesia. They don't really like you recording, I think, at the hospital, but we'll give it a shot. And then I will, once I'm kind of back in it tonight, I'll give you I'll show you what it looks like and go from there. So this is the chemo port, and we'll see how it goes. 2 tips, one general and one specific to getting the chemo port. The first one is, if you're having a procedure where you have general anesthesia, especially if you're ill, make sure the appointment is as early in the morning as possible, because you can't eat or drink after midnight. My appointment is at 1. It means I have to get there at 11. The appointment won't be done until 2 or 3 o'clock, and I am starving, but mostly I'm thirsty. My condition at the moment, I just have fluid dump in the middle of the night. I probably urinate 40 or 50 ounces of fluid overnight, and I get night sweats. And so now I'm super dehydrated. I can't do anything but put some water in my mouth and spit it out. And then I'm starving too, which is unusual for me because my appetite has been bad, but now I'm going to go through the whole day really hungry, and I'm losing so much weight. I need calories. So had I tried to, lobby to get this appointment at like 8 a.m., then at least by noon I could be eating something and drinking something. So that's tip number 1. Tip number 2 requires me to be shirtless, so sorry, and hang on. So tip number 2 is that I'm actually, you can't tell right now, but I'm a hairy guy. This is actually my chest shaved from the last time I had a procedure. I shaved everything. It's all now grown back, but it took, I think right here I had a IV or something they put there that took, a month and a half for all the gunk to come off, because I had so much hair there. I hadn't shaved, and they didn't shave me. They just put the leads and stuff on there, and it sucked. So before you have anything shaved, think. And by the way, sometimes you have an endoscopy, they put the leads and things on your back because you're laying on your side. So not today, but sometimes you got to shave your back too. Okay, so here's our official before chest port video. I've shaved the area, and so when I get back home, I'll give you the after, and we'll maybe do a side-by-side. You can just kind of see. I don't expect it to be pretty today, so it may be a couple days, and I'll do another one. But so as of right now, I'm, all natural there. Pretty soon I'll be slightly bionic, and I don't know if you can. I don't know if you can hear it in my voice now. I know you can. I'm scared, and it's partly because I don't like anesthesia. Coming out of it sucks, but this is sort of with chemotherapy. It's abstract until today. So the chemo port is a great thing, I guess, but it also makes it really real that I have cancer and I have to have chemotherapy for the next few months. And so I've spent a lot of time when I think about the chemo port, it just kind of snaps it all real. So if you have to get a chemo port, be prepared for that. It's easy to deny that this is all happening, other than, looking at myself and going, oh my God, I can't believe I'm standing here shirtless looking like this wasted away person. But when that port is there, I'm never going to be able to forget that this is happening. So we'll see you at the hospital, and then we'll give you the after. Okay, so we're in the room. We're gowned up. We're hatted up. We got the IV, which went well, which is not always a guarantee. Some news for you and for Amy: it's not general anesthesia. It's Versed and fentanyl, or as your Southern politicians say, fentanyl. That makes me nervous because I was mentally prepared the other way, so I'll be sort of conscious. Versed makes you forget. I've had that before, so that's good, I guess. But now we wait an hour and a half and then we go do it. So
see you in a little bit, okay?
I thank you guys. We appreciate it. And he's okay to leave his clothes there, right?
A few moments later.
So that was fast, and I could not have been easier. I was a little nervous about the conscious sedation part, but this one really was conscious sedation. I was awake the whole time. But no, they numbed it up really good, so I didn't feel anything there. It just relaxed me a little bit. Couple things to be prepared for is, the cannula they put in your nose. I always feel like that makes it harder to breathe because it smells like plastic. But you go in, they do that. They put a little airway thing. They have an ultrasound machine on your neck. That was a surprise because I think they don't talk about, we're going to do an incision in your neck. They mostly talk about your chest. So that made me a little nervous, but so just an incision here and an incision here. I'll show you the actual stuff. I guess you can show it now if you want. I haven't really seen it. but then they put a drape over your head. So if you get a little claustrophobic, be prepared for that. You can turn your head and you can see out just fine. But I don't get claustrophobic, so it's fine. They played 80s music. Right as they started to give me sedation, they played Cyndi Lauper's Time After Time, which gets to me. So I was about to cry because of the stupid song, but maybe that was because the fentanyl was making me, but literally, very, very fast. Amy, you said you went down to get something to drink and then came back up and they were like, okay, he's done. So all in all, we'll see how the aftercare goes and all that stuff. The biggest part of it that has been affecting me today is not the procedure, and the procedure was way better than I expected it to be. What's been getting me is the reality hitting that this is a indication that I am now a chemotherapy patient. That's the hard part because I've sort of been blocking that out. So there's no more blocking that out. I look down at night and that'll be there. I can't sleep on my right side anymore. I can't really sleep on my back, so I guess I'm a left side guy as we go forward. But I'll update you later, give you the look of the before after, and we'll go from there. So, okay, so here it is. Not a huge fan of being shirtless in these things, especially with this. I mean, it's kind of gross, right? But theoretically, it's going to help, do the chemo and make it easier. People have told me that it might still be painful. As I'm recording this, I start chemo tomorrow, so I'll have another video for you soon about the first chemo treatment and the after effects and all that. But here, I'll try to put up a little before, after clip just to show you what I look like before, what I look like now. You can see that the neck incision is healing up okay, pretty good. And then obviously this bulbous thing is the port. So that's the chemo port. Hope this helped. If you have to get one, I'm so sorry that you're going through it, but hopefully this video helped you get ready for what to expect. And like I said, we start chemo tomorrow, and thanks for everybody thinking of me and the kind words, and I sincerely appreciate it. So onward.